Hello and welcome to this week's What's Hot. Now, some of you or some of us who were around in the early 1970s might or do remember the three-day week. TV stations stopped broadcasting after 10:30 p.m. and commercial users of electricity were limited to 3 specified consecutive days consumption each week. So I'm just wondering if history is going to repeat itself in a more sugar-coated way. Many of our bin men or refuse collectors are packing up their council jobs and becoming HGV drivers. The difference to them is an extra 30 grand a year. The difference to us is a pretty smelly one. Well, we are hearing about the pressure on gas supplies and the awful consequence, one of which is the slaughtering of animals less than humanely without them first being stunned by carbon dioxide. It's a bleak dystopian picture, but I'm here to talk about stocks and shares. So again, look at agronomics. It's about cell agriculture and creating meat in the lab. This week we learned about funding for its portfolio company Vitro Labs, which is the biotech company focused on producing leather via its innovative and unique cell culture process. Well, with the COP26 UN Climate Change Conference being held in Glasgow in about a month's time, the Competition and Markets Authority has laid down a pretty punitive deadline to UK companies. Companies have until the end of the year to sort out their environmental credentials. Well, come January, it will start a full review of misleading green claims, both on and offline, and that's in an attempt to curb or crack down on greenwashing. Under the spotlight are these sectors: textiles and fashion, travel, transport, and fast-moving consumer goods, which include food and beverages, beauty products, and cleaning products. Then, can anyone get a plumber when they really need one? Because we've also learned about the sale of Pimlico Plumbers, not listed, but it was London's largest independent plumbing company. Now, this was the archetypal white van man who started his business in 1979, and the sale of his company to Neighbourly, that's a US home services group owned by KKR, the private equity giant, has added to the fortune of its founder, Charlie Mullins, by some £100 million plus. Rumour is he's going to set up his own record label. Mullins music, it has a certain musicality to it. We're staying with plumbing, and Travis Perkins has disposed of its plumbing and heating business for £325 million, and investors holding the shares on October the 1st will be rewarded with a special dividend, as Travis is giving a 35p special dividend, and it is also starting a buyback programme of shares. Interesting times. I'm off to forage for some wood now in preparation for the long, long, dark, cold winter nights. Stay well, stay warm. I'll be back next week.